Advantage Broadcasting. Move ahead.
Greg Ennis and Steve Silverio, and welcome back to Philly's Chevy Giant. It's Gordon Chevrolet on the Boulevard and Bustleton, and as Steve likes to say, the Great Northeast. Steve, let's cut to the chase. These next 3 days, now through the close of business Wednesday, it is the end of the month here at Philly's Chevy Giant, and like every other month here at Philly's Chevy Giant, you always pull out all the stops as we get close to the finish line.
Let's do this first. Let's get it on.
All right, and ring the gong. Steve, I think you need to hit it again. You need to hit it again. Now we're ready. Now
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, now we've got a few hours and a few days remaining in the month.
Yes.
This month has been an absolutely big month here at Gordon Chevrolet Philly Chevy Giant. Why has it been a big month, and what are you going to do for the next 3 days through the close of business Wednesday to finish up the month?
Well, like always, the people make the month. And I know it's a cliche, but here at Gordon Chevrolet, it's the customers out in the marketplace that come in. And again, your team, they enjoy the commercials. They enjoy the half-hour shows that we're doing. We get a lot of compliments on it, Greg. So, again, hats off to you and your team. But here's what we've got. We've got 3 days left.
Big days.
3 big days left in the month. We've got today, which is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night.
That's the 31st.
That'd be the 31st. So we've got 3 big days left, and you're right. I was worried about hitting 60 cars. We surpassed the 60 cars, so we did hit the 60 cars. Now, what I will tell you, we got 3 days left. I need another 30.
All right, okay.
So we're just going to take some deals, all right? We've made our month. We've hit our numbers. Now what I want to do is extend it to the public. In these last 3 days, just come on in. We're going to make the deal right to whatever we got to do to make that deal. And keep in mind, what do we still have? Credit amnesty.
That's big, and especially with a couple of banks you've got going now. You've got a couple of new banks, right?
Let me tell you something. The thing I like about my new banks, they're trying to break into the market. They started with us, and let me tell you something. They've given a lot of people in the last 60 days that I've been with them a second chance that I've never seen. They are very flexible, easy to do business with. They don't require a lot of the extra stuff that a lot of their banks require, this, that, and all this other stuff. They're very limited on what they're asking for, and they've helped me put a lot of deals down the road. That's one of the reasons. And I've got 2 of those banks, and I've got them now through the close of business Wednesday night. And then after that, we're going to see what we can do. But the thing I like, you know what their mission statement is?
What is their mission statement, Steve?
Just do the deal!
They've been reading your vocabulary.
They've been watching the show, and they've been saying, Steve, we just got to do the deal with you. So that's what we got in the credit amnesty. We still got trade amnesty. Again, these vehicles, because of the new car market being as hot as it is, the used car market is on fire. These trades are going for more money than I've ever seen. I've got people from here all the way down to Florida looking to buy these cars. We had just this morning alone 3 truckloads leave out of here going towards Florida. We're putting more money on trades than we've ever had to put. So if you're upside down in your trade, you're buried in your trade, guess what? Come on in. We're probably going to be able to get you out of it and get you into a brand new car.
So that's credit amnesty and trade amnesty. Now, the penny over the factory invoice, line number 310, that was big, but we're into the final 3 days of the month. Are you going to continue that?
That sale ended Saturday.
It did.
It ended Saturday. I don't even know how many people that are trying to get their affairs in order to be able to come in and take advantage of the penny over invoice. So here's what I'm going to do. Kevin's not listening, is he?
No, he's tied up working a deal.
He's tied up working a deal. Good. We're going to extend it for another 3 days. That's today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. We're going to still do the penny over invoice, so get in. The rebates are as big as I've ever seen from General Motors. You're going to be able to buy that car as inexpensive as I've ever seen and get a hell of a deal on the car.
So trade amnesty, credit amnesty, and a penny over invoice. Now, I also know that Kevin is busy, and while he was busy working those deals at the desk, you had a couple of managers slip out an Xbox or 2 and a 50-inch TV. Now, I'm sure Kevin doesn't know anything about these. So what's the story with these?
These I had left over from the last sale that I had. I had a few of them left over. And what I want to do is for the next 3 days, besides all that, it's not in addition to or either or, you're going to be able to pick one of these 2 gifts to go with your credit amnesty, your trade amnesty, or your penny over invoice, you're still going to get a 50-inch television, or you're going to get one of these Xboxes. Now, let's face it, everybody needs an Xbox for the house.
They love it.
They love it. Let's go.
So you're getting the penny over the invoice, line 310 of the factory invoice, trade amnesty, credit amnesty, and when it's all said and done, regardless of what Kevin's going to tell you when we're done talking about this, because he's not going to like it, but you get a choice of either a 50-inch TV or an Xbox, and as Steve likes to say, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, Steve's going to hit the gong and say these magic words.
Just do the deal, Philadelphia!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Gordon Chevrolet. This offer's been extended through the close of business Wednesday right here at Philly's Chevy Giant. Remember, 1 penny over the factory invoice, trade amnesty, credit amnesty, and when it's all said and done, you pick your present, either a 50-inch TV or an Xbox right here at Gordon Chevrolet, Philly's Chevy Giant. Remember, it all ends Wednesday at the close of business or when the last customer leaves.
Hey guys, what does Steve say? Just do the deal! Yeah!
Just do the deal!
Listen, I have Rosa here. She wants to buy a Chevy Traverse. She's got no money to put down. In addition to that, she's got a trade, but she owes no money on the trade. It's a 04 Taurus, and her FICO score is a 487. I need your help. We got to make this
We
deal.
just got through talking about this.
Credit amnesty.
We're going to do credit amnesty on this. Also, she's got a trade. And it sounds like she's a little upside down the trade, so we're going to do credit amnesty and trade amnesty. I would say this, put another $3,000 to $4,000. Okay. I'll let you be the judge of that, or whatever we need
$3,000 to $4,000
to get Rosa out of the car.
Okay.
Make sure that she's happy with that payment.
Okay.
That's going to be very important.
Okay.
And we're also going to do a penny over invoice, which should be very nicely eat up a lot of that negative equity, give them that huge of a discount, and they keep the rebates.
I don't know what to say. That's incredible. I know this is going to make us do this deal.
You know why? I know you just started here, and I want to tell you, Angelo, he's just started with us a few months back. He's the newest member of my management team. I'm going to tell you, you come in and ask for Angelo, he'll do whatever he has to do all day
to make this deal. Also, I want you to know that we speak Spanish here. Se habla hispano aquí. Si usted no habla inglés, puede preguntar para mí, y entonces nosotros lo podemos ayudar en el idioma que usted está cómodo.
And I'm going to tell you, Angelo follows me around all day. Steve, I need your help. Can I get this? Can you call the bank for on this? I need extra money on the trade. Can we do this? We got some customers that don't particularly qualify. Can you call the bank for me and get them approved? Nobody I've ever seen work harder than Angelo getting a deal done for you.
I'm going to go tell Rosa the good news that we're going to make a deal and put her in the car of her choice at a payment she can afford.
Here's what I would do when I go back to Rosa. Congratulations, Rosa. You know what we are? We're the home of what? Just do the deal!
Now I got to ask you, Angelo, how do you say those magic words, just do the deal in Spanish?
Hacemos el trato.
I think he needs to say it again. What do you think, Steve?
Let's say it again.
Hacemos el trato.
Just do the deal.
There are a lot of people out there that are hearing the words credit amnesty, and they're saying, you know, I've had a tough situation. Maybe they were like that customer you spoke of earlier that worked for a place for 17 years and the factory, you know, moved and are just really in a situation where they don't know where to go for help. But they can come here to Philly Chevy Giant, and you're going to work really hard to help those people, aren't you, Steve? To get them back on the road, to get them into a brand new Chevrolet car truck, especially with a penny over the factory invoice between now and the close of business Saturday, August 27th.
Get here by Saturday night, and I'm going to tell you, you won't be disappointed. We're going to deliver 60 new Chevys.
Yeah, come over here. Come over here. Yeah, come on over here.
Steve, I got Miss Johnson at my desk. She's a little discouraged. She has a 2011 Impala, has 116,000 miles on it. I mean, the good part about it, she has $4,000 down. She's a little upside down, about 10 grand. What can we do to help her?
And she's looking at a brand new Impala?
Brand new Impala. She heard about the incentives.
16 model.
2016, new body style.
Well, the nice thing of that, you've got $3,000 coming back. We're going to do a penny over invoice, so have them recalculate the deal at 1 cent over invoice. That should give you enough discounts to make up that negative equity. Thank her for her $4,000 down. We're not going to need any more money. And make sure that when we go back, her payment right now is $600 and something on that car.
Yes.
Make sure that that payment stays at least around $500 to maybe even a little less if you can to help her out. All right? And what do we do here?
Just do the deal, Philadelphia.
Do the deal!
You got to say it like you mean it. Go ahead.
Just do the deal, Philadelphia.
And hit that gong on your way out. Hit that gong. Hit that gong.
Just do the deal.
Steve has put the challenge to you at home. Not 10, not 20, not 30, not 40, not even 50, but Steve, between now and the close of business Saturday, not only is credit amnesty and trade amnesty in effect, but you are putting your money where your mouth is. 1 penny over line 310 of the factory invoice on any brand new Chevrolet car and truck in stock, but you're going to sell 60 brand new Chevrolets by the close of business Saturday, and every one of them qualify for the penny. That's right, 1 cent over line 310 of the factory invoice. Now, I can't wait to see Kevin's expression when he comes back tomorrow and you share this wonderful news with him.
He's going to be horrified. He's going to go back and say, there I go. I leave the store one day, and you and Greg, Steve, end up doing this to me. What in the heck are we going to be able to do now? 1 cent over invoice. Where are we going to make any money? You know what I'm going to tell him?
What are you going to tell him?
I need them 60 units. I don't care if we make a dime. I don't care if we lose 100. We're going to make 60 new car deals at whatever cost or loss.
Now, Steve, if somebody hears this 1 penny over the factory invoice and they say, you know, that sounds a little crazy. Is it for real, Steve? Is it really just 1 penny over the factory invoice? I mean, you know, you talk about a Spark, okay? You talk about an Equinox. You talk about a Malibu, or whatever the model, Corvette or Camaro, but especially when you get into the Corvettes and Camaros, and you're talking about a penny over the factory invoice, so people probably come up to you and say, Steve, is that for real?
It has to be for real. I'm advertising it. I'm putting my reputation behind it. That it's going to be 1 penny over invoice, and you're welcome to look at the invoice, so you know you're getting a good deal. You know that nobody can beat that deal. No how, no way. And you also know that I'm going to reestablish your credit if that's a problem.
That's huge.
That's huge. I'm also going to pay off that trade no matter what you owe, and I'm going to use the rebates to do that with. It don't get no better than that, Greg.
It doesn't, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the bottom line. You come in to Gordon Chevrolet, Philly's Chevy Giant. That's at the corner of the Boulevard and Bustleton right here in the Great Northeast between now and the close of business Saturday, and come to Gordon Chevrolet, Philly's Chevy Giant, and find a brand new Chevrolet car or truck, the one that you want. Find that vehicle regardless of your situation, and you are going to pay 1 cent, 1 penny, over line 310 of the factory invoice. Now, in addition to that, the credit amnesty. Now, Steve, I got to tell you, every day it is amazing to me when I come here to Gordon Chevrolet. I mean, it is hard, don't take this the wrong way, but it's hard to have a conversation with you because you are constantly on the phone working with the banks to get people on the road, to get people behind the wheel where others, you know, may have just, you know, taken the no and the turn down. You're not going to take the no and turn down. You're going to find a way to get those lending institutions to buy those deals. That is a credit to you and your staff here at Gordon Chevrolet. What is the secret when the other guys are told no, you guys are always told yes? What's the difference here? Why are you the credit amnesty giant?
The business starts at the top. If I care, my people care. I'm here right with them. I'm on the showroom floor. I dare you to walk into any of the dealerships in Philadelphia and see if you're going to find anybody in upper management, for the most part, working car deals like I do. I'm calling the banks. I just had a meeting yesterday with one of our local banks, and the first thing we said to them is that we've got this sale coming up. I knew you were coming in, and I said, I'm going to need your help for those 5 days to buy deep. And you're going to have to help me get people down the road in the car. And I don't mean it 26% and 22% and 23%. I need some credit amnesty. I need to give these people a second shot at a low rate so the payment comes in right, and I can get them out of their trades. And they agreed. They said, Steve, for those 5 days, we're with you.
So it's 1 penny over the factory invoice, line 310 of the factory invoice on any brand new Chevrolet car truck. It's also trade amnesty, which means regardless of what you owe on your trade, they're going to pay it off, and credit amnesty. And yes, sir, Brian.
Hey, Steve, I have a question for you. I have Ashley here. She's a fresh college graduate. She has no money to put down, and she's $7,000 flipped. What can we do? Can we get her to a new 2016 Malibu?
College grad?
Yes.
Well, guess what? We have a bank with us, with General Motors, that has a college graduate program for somebody with the first-time buyer. Got to be a college grad. The $7,000 flipped. I'm going to work that out. Now, what kind of trade has she got?
She has a Cruze, a 2009.
2009 Cruze. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I've seen it out there. Not to correct you, but I think that was a 2011 that I seen out there. Okay, 2011 Chevy Cruze. She's $7,000 upside down. Well, guess what? I looked at that car. I noticed Reggie was a little light on the trade.
Now Kevin's getting really nervous.
Yeah, Kevin's getting really nervous. We're going to go ahead and put the extra money on that. And what car is she looking to buy?
She's looking to get a new Malibu.
A new Malibu. Okay, we just so happen to have a pretty good size rebate and discount on that. And with the 1 penny over, I can make up that $7,000 fairly easy with the bank. So as long as I get the bank in line for the financing for the college graduate program, she's going to be an owner. And what we're looking for is that first car that she buys is going to be from Gordon Chevrolet. We hope that that loyalty comes back. But the biggest thing is, too, we're looking for brand loyalty with Chevrolet. That's why they're one of the few manufacturers that have a college grad program for these kids getting out of school that need their first wheels. So go ahead, put her down the road, keep that payment low. It's going to have to be because she's just going to be starting out in the workforce. She's not going to be able to afford a high payment. Put her down the road and let her know. What do we do here?
We just did the deal.
Say it, say it.
Philly, just do the deal.
And hit that gong for your customers.
Just do the deal.
Steve, right now through the close of business Wednesday through the end of the month, you have made the decision to extend this tremendous promotion here at Philly Chevy Giant. If they have not been here, if they have not heard the message, now through the 31st, posted hours are 9 o'clock, but obviously you're not going anywhere. It's Wednesday night, the end of the month, until the last customer leaves. Tell us all the goodies that are on the table, Steve.
Right now till the 31st, you've got credit amnesty.
And the new banks, right?
And you got the banks. Right now I've got 2 banks that are just absolutely doing things that I haven't seen in this market in many, many years. You've got trade amnesty. I've got vehicles going all over the country right now that we're selling at all auctions all over the place to get as much money as we can for those trades, to help people get out of those trades. And the biggest savings we got going is that 1 penny over invoice.
Is that for real for folks that are not familiar with this promotion?
1 penny over line 310 on the factory invoice. Everybody can look at the invoice, see line 310 clearly, and say 1 penny over minus all rebates and incentives to the customer.
So it's every brand new Chevrolet, whether it's the most expensive or the least expensive Chevrolet that you have that's brand new, they are all 1 cent over line 310 of the factory invoice. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes.
And is there any that don't qualify?
Let me think. The last time we did this, we did the Camaros. We did the Corvettes.
We did.
We did all the new body styles. No, everything qualifies.
They all qualify.
They all qualify.
And Steve, how do you get the Xbox or how do you get the television included with your purchase during this last few days of the month?
Well, as you know, a lot of times people come in and say you get this or you get that. Well, here you get trade amnesty, credit amnesty, the penny over invoice, and either or the TV or the Xbox, one of those gifts at your choice. You can have either one of those 2 gifts for just coming in and purchasing a car by Wednesday night on the 31st.
And Steve, when it's all said and done, what are those magic words and what do you like to do with a gong?
Here we go. Just do the deal, Philadelphia.
Just do the deal! Yay!
Just do the deal.
Ryan, what's up there, bud?
How's it going?
Good.
All right, doing good. Steve, just here to talk about every amnesty.
Okay.
Everything that he's running, that he's been running.
He's been with you a long time, haven't you?
I've been here now going on 2 years. So I can just, from the front line, being in the sales, working with the people, I can clearly say at the end of the day, it's real simple. He's trying to help people get automobiles. No matter what their problem is, what their situation is, he's trying to help you get into an automobile. It's simple. People complicate their problems, but don't do that. Don't sit at home. Don't overthink your issues and try to pinpoint on a commercial which one tells to you. If you need a vehicle, this is the place to come to get a vehicle. Bottom line.
Now, let me ask you a couple questions, Brian. You've been here for a couple of years. You see Steve on the showroom floor. Number one, that is very unusual, am I correct, for any dealer to be on the showroom floor closing deals?
I tell my customers that they're beyond shocked when they see him coming through working deals. That's the first thing they're always saying, like, wow, that nails everything down to what he's saying is true and real because he's actually here.
Yeah, because I imagine if we're being real here, people probably come up to you and say, he's really on the showroom floor. I didn't believe it.
Yeah, is he even here? They walk in going, yeah, well, okay, where is he? I'm sure he's down the shore. I'm sure he's on vacation. I say, no, he's here. And then before I can even say it, he's walking by somewhere. On the phone, working a deal, praising the car. He's here. He's active. And that just, confirms everything that he's saying already.
Now, if somebody comes to your desk, right, Steve? They come to your desk and they get stuck, and the management, Kevin can only get them so far. They need that extra little push. Mm-hmm. Is it really common for you to get him over to you to make that deal come together by talking to the banks on the phone and different things like that? Is that for real?
Absolutely, and actually one step even further, he's actually already one step ahead because he's already inquiring about the deal. He's already at the desk asking what's going on, who's going on. When I get the application and I walk up there, he's asking who they are. He's stopping his phone calls and inquiring, Brian, what you got going on? How can I help? So he's involved. You know what I mean? So everything he's saying, I mean, it's real. Like I said, this is the place to come get a car.
And if you happen to catch him in his office, where is his office located to where we're at?
I mean, the funny thing is I've been here 2 years and I rarely even called him in his office. He's always on the floor.
But it's right around the corner, right? It's right on the showroom?
Yeah, it's around there, but, he's rarely even in there. So, yeah, but it's around there.
Greg, also, let me say this, too. When you've got a team to put together, like
Great
Brian,
team.
A great team. You got guys like Brian, and I'll say the same thing about Brian. He cares. He gets a customer at his desk. He truly, and that's why I got him in the first desk. He's at that first desk. As soon as that customer walks through the door, I want him to see Brian first, and then I want him to see Bobby Singleton second. Those two guys do nothing but care about their customers and trying to help them get down the road in a car and get them approved and get them as much as they can for the trade and put the car down the road. And that's what these guys do. He's one of my top salespeople, month after month after month. And why? Because he cares. People can tell if you don't care today. People know when they walk into the store and you greet him, hi, how you doing? You look them in the eye, they know this is the place. It's got a good feel for it, and we're going to sell some cars.
And at the end of the day, Brian, you love it when Steve looks at you, looks at the customers, and what does he like to say? Come on, let me hear you say it.
Just do the deal.
And what else does he like to do? What else does he like to do? He likes to come over here, and what's he like to do?
Yeah, he likes to ring that gong.
Well, hit it, hit it.
Oh, I'll hit it, all right.
Just do the deal.
Steve, those are the reasons that I believe that you have really transitioned into Philadelphia Chevy Giant. You just don't have that name because of the way you do business and the amount of units you deliver month in and month out. And here it is, Philly Chevy Giant. Just dothedeal.com. It's really going on right here in the heart of the great Northeast at Philly Chevy Giant. Am I correct, Steve?
We do every deal. When you come in here, if we can't put the deal together, nobody can.
Now, special sale. Oh, go ahead, Robert. Sorry.
Hey, Steve, we got Ryan Smith here. He's our second referral of this month, okay? Okay, the referral comes from a city worker. Ryan Smith is also a city worker. He does sanitation. He needs a car. He went through a crazy divorce. He's trying to rebuild his credit, trying to get everything together. And the word on the street, the word in the tri-state is that we can get the job done. So I'll bring you this file to see if you can do something with him. Okay, he has $1,000 down. All right, he's been in the job for 5 years. Okay, no trade at all. No trade at all, but he's credit challenged a little bit.
I see that.
Right.
He's got one of the lowest beacon scores I've seen.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you what. Because he's a referral. And because he's your customer. And again, I think everybody out there heard me when I said Brian Collins, this is Bobby Singleton. They're my bookends. The first people you see is Bobby and Brian. When they come in through that door, these are the first two guys they see. Continually, month after month after month. Bobby's been with me almost a couple of years also. They're tops for a reason. They care. They're from the community, and they sell cars. They bring me these deals, and they say, Steve, this guy needs some help. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to personally call the bank on this deal. Go ahead and start your paperwork. That's how confident I am. We're going to get this guy down the road. All right? And just go ahead.
Now, what's those magic words?
Just do the deal.
Hit that gong. Hit that gong.
Just do the deal.
Steve, if they come here to Philly Chevy Giant, Gordon Chevrolet on the Boulevard here in the great Northeast, if they've been to another dealership, I know we spent a lot of time talking about credit amnesty, but if they've been to another dealership and that dealership has said, you're great people, I can't help you, don't waste your time going to another dealership because they can't help you, you're too upside down, your credit score is too low, whatever, too many bad things in your life. What do you want to say to those people that are afraid to come here because the answer has always been no?
Listen, give us a shot. Just give us a shot. I will promise you, you won't be disappointed.
You're going to work really hard for them.
We're going to work really, really hard. We make more deals than we lose.
I know it's always your goal at the end of everything, not only to give people the best deal possible, especially right now as you try to move 60 brand new Chevrolets. I mean, this is amazing. 60 brand new Chevrolets need to be sold between now and the close of business Saturday, and not $1 or not $10. I mean, Steve, a penny is like really next to nothing. 1 penny over the factory invoice, line number 310. Steve, I've heard of a lot of promotions, but 1 penny over the factory invoice on any brand new Chevrolet car or truck is absolutely positively unheard of.
You're exactly right. And the beauty of this is that you don't have to take just any car. I've got 400 new Chevys available at this particular time. I've got 250 on the ground, and I've got another 175, which gives me 425 that will be here.
And all of them, nothing is going to be held back qualify. Am I correct? Every single one of them?
Every single car. 2017, 2016s. If I had a 2018, I'd give you a penny over. I don't have it, though. But a 2017's brand new, they're going to be a penny over also.
What about a brand new Chevrolet car or truck, say you only have one in that particular package, and it's a really scarce one? Would you sell that vehicle at 1 penny over the factory invoice?
You're absolutely. I'll sell that vehicle. It's not the customer's fault that we only got one. That's our problem. You're going to buy that car. That's the car you want. You're going home and in a penny over.
So to be clear, nothing is excluded on a brand new Chevrolet. 1 penny over the factory invoice, line number 310.
You're exactly right. And there's not a trade.
Not a trade.
There's not a trade that I'm afraid of.
Really?
Put the money on to get you out of that car.
So if it's a difference of a few dollars here and there, you're going to step up to the plate?
Step up to the plate and make it happen for him.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. We are into the final moments of this sale. Now listen, here's the deal. All day, every day through the close of business Saturday. But when the last customer leaves and you turn off the light, Steve, it has to come to an end. We are at the end of the month, right? Last Saturday of the month.
Last Saturday of the month. I can only run this for so long. I've got the okay from the banks to run it till Saturday night. They're going to stretch on the deals. They're going to have people put aside for us. We're going to have direct lines into the bank. We're going to be that busy.
Now, we know at the end of the deal you want to say those magic words, just do the deal. Real quick, we're almost out of time. Tell us what the promotion items are one more time, starting with credit amnesty.
Credit amnesty, no matter what shape you think your credit's in, I probably think it's a lot better than you do. Trade amnesty, no matter what shape your car's in, you think it's a wreck or whatever it is, I probably think it's a lot better than you think, all right? I can see through the dirt, I can see through the brakes, I can see through the tires. I'll get all that on there new, I'll sell it on my lot, and I'll get the money for the car to be able to give it to you to get that car paid off so you can get down the road in a 1 penny over invoice, line 310 of the factory invoice.
And you want to sell 60 cars between now and the close of business Saturday.
We're going to sell 60 cars, and you're right. We just might do 80. As excited as I'm getting right now,
I could see it. It's flowing.
We just might do 80.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about out of time. Remember, it's Philly Chevy Giant. It's Gordon Chevy. Yes, Aiden, real quick. We're almost out of time. They're going to give us the hook.
Oh, okay. I appreciate you actually giving me a couple of minutes. Now, I actually want to, lo que yo quería era darle gracias a todos los que han venido a visitarme. Muchas gracias. Los que lograron, los que decidieron a tomar el programa de nosotros de la amnistía de crédito. Acuérdense que nosotros aquí en Gordon Chevrolet los vamos a ayudar a ustedes. Yo personalmente, igual que Steve, estamos aquí en el piso ayudándole a todos ustedes. Así que no se olviden, la comunidad latina, vengan para acá, que nosotros estamos listos, preparados con el inventario para sus necesidades y lo que ustedes quieran. Gracias de todos modos a todos los que han venido y los invito a los que no han llegado, por favor lleguen aquí que nosotros los vamos a ayudar. Como Steve dice, hacemos el trato.
I think you just said, just do the deal.
Just do the deal.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we're out of time, Steve. Credit amnesty, trade amnesty, and 1 penny over the factory invoice, line number 310, between now and the close of business Saturday, correct?
Get here by Saturday evening, and let's just do the deal, Philadelphia. Come on now.
And Steve, take us home. Ring the gong. We'll see you here. Remember, 1 penny over the factory invoice. It's Philly Chevy Giant. It's Gordon Chevrolet, where Steve says,
just do the deal, Philly.
Advantage Broadcasting. Move ahead.